Empires rise. Empires fall. But some change the course of history forever. Imagine an empire so vast that its rulers controlled 3 continents. An empire so feared that European kings trembled at its name. The Ottoman Empire was a force unlike any the world had ever seen. For 600 years they reshaped civilization itself. They conquered Rome's last great city, built an empire stretching from Persia to North Africa, and held the gates of Europe in their iron grip. But then, something went wrong. Corruption, betrayal, weakness. The empire that once seemed invincible began to crumble, not from the outside, but from within. This is the story of the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire. And by the time we reach the end, you'll see why history has a way of repeating itself. It all began in the late 13th century. The Mongol invasions had shattered the Islamic world. The mighty Seljuk Empire had collapsed. Out of the chaos, a young warrior named Osman I emerged. Osman started with nothing. Just a small band of horsemen and a dream. He was surrounded by enemies, Byzantines to the west, Mongols to the east. But he had something no one else did, an unshakable vision. His strategy? Expand, adapt, and conquer. He formed alliances. Some Christian leaders sided with him against their rivals. He used psychological warfare. Instead of waging long battles, he often convinced cities to surrender peacefully. He created a disciplined army. His soldiers were more than warriors, they were an unstoppable force. Within decades, Osman's tribe became a rising power. And when he died, his son Orhan took over, turning this once small tribe into a true empire. For over 1,000 years, Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, stood as an unbreakable fortress. It had survived countless sieges. No one could take it. But in 1453, everything changed. Mehmed had something no one expected, a new weapon that would change warfare forever. The Ottomans had built the largest cannons the world had ever seen. The city's walls shook with every blast. The Byzantines held on for weeks, but they were doomed. And on May 29, 1453, Constantinople fell. It was a moment that shocked the world. The last remnant of the Roman Empire was gone. The Ottomans had cemented their place as the new dominant force. Under Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the empire reached its peak. By the 16th century, the Ottoman Empire was the most powerful state on earth. Its economy was booming. Its armies were undefeated. Its sultans were seen as the shadow of God on earth. They controlled the Silk Road, becoming the wealthiest empire of their time. They built some of the world's greatest architectural wonders. Show visuals of the Blue Mosque, Topkapi Palace. Their military innovations kept them ahead of their rivals. But beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to form. The world was changing. While Europe embraced the Industrial Revolution, the Ottomans remained stuck in the past. One by one their territories slipped away. Greece rebelled. Serbia broke free. Egypt became semi-independent. And then came the real humiliation. For the first time, the Ottomans were forced to give up land. The empire that had once expanded without limits was now shrinking. And the worst was yet to come. When World War I erupted, the Ottomans made a fateful decision. They sided with Germany. It was their last gamble to regain power. But they had no idea what was coming. By 1918, the Ottoman Empire was shattered. The once great empire was now occupied by foreign troops. And just like that, after 600 years, the Ottoman Empire was no more. The Ottoman Empire is gone. But its legacy? It still shapes the world we live in today. When the Ottomans ruled the Middle East, they united Arabs, Turks, and Kurds under one system. But when the empire collapsed, European powers redrew the borders, creating artificial nations with built-in conflicts. Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon were once stable Ottoman provinces. Now they are battlegrounds. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict? It intensified after the Ottomans left. Kurdish struggles for independence? A direct result of Ottoman lands being divided. The collapse of the Ottoman Empire didn't just end a dynasty, it left behind a ticking time bomb. For centuries the Ottomans ruled the Balkans. But after they left, the region exploded in ethnic wars and bloodshed. The Bosnian War, the breakup of Yugoslavia, the Kosovo conflict. All connected to the Ottoman legacy. Greece and Serbia still remember Ottoman rule in their national identities, fueling political tensions even today. Even after a century, the ghosts of the Ottoman Empire still haunt Europe. The Ottomans weren't just warriors, they were builders of civilization. Legal systems, Ottoman law influenced modern legal codes in Turkey, Egypt, and beyond. Islamic scholarship. Many modern interpretations of Islamic governance were shaped by Ottoman policies. Architecture and art. From the Blue Mosque to the Grand Bazaar, Ottoman aesthetics still inspire today. And yet, despite all their contributions, their empire still crumbled. Here's the question we should all be asking. If the mighty Ottomans could fall, what about the empires of today? The British Empire once ruled half the world. Now it's just history. The Soviet Union collapsed overnight. No one saw it coming. And now, some say America, China, and the West are on the same path. The Ottomans didn't fall in a single battle. They fell through greed, corruption, and decay from within. If history repeats itself, then who will be the next empire to fall? The Ottomans left behind a world forever changed. Their empire is gone, but their lessons remain. They taught us that power is never permanent, that even the greatest rulers can be brought down by their own weakness. So ask yourself, are we making the same mistakes? Are we too distracted by luxury? Too divided by politics? Too blind to the warning signs of collapse? Because history is not just something you watch, it's something you are a part of. What do you think? Are modern superpowers doomed to fall just like the Ottomans? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this story fascinating, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest empires. Check out my next video on the fall of the Roman Empire. Until next time, stay curious, stay questioning, and remember, history is watching.